Hello, I'm Warren Brown, creative founder of BMF, and this year I was chairman of Awards TV and Video Jury. The most important thing for me is to make sure that the jury has a really positive frame of mind. We're not really interested in why people don't like stuff or why their mum didn't like it or their dog or best friend didn't like it. We're really interested in only positive opinion, because that encourages good work, gets everyone in the right frame of mind to try and select the work that is truly worthy of being represented in this year's award show. For me, it's really important when you're judging to get the jury in a positive frame of mind. I think that's the only way you can really find and dig out the gems that are in amongst the entries. So my task was to make sure that the jury felt comfortable, relaxed and very positive, and also free to be able to say what they thought. Obviously in the preliminary rounds there's not a lot of discussion, as we're just culling the wheat from the chaff, but as we get to the business end, if you like, it's very important that all jury members feel comfortable about talking about respective entries with their peers, so that we can make sure that the decisions that we do make are correct. It's very, very critical that when you leave the jury room, you don't feel as though you'd wished you'd said something, or you would have really liked something to get up and you hadn't really sort of pushed hard enough. So I made sure that everyone would not stop anyone from talking, and was happy to sit there and listen and not talk over each other. It's not an argumentative process. Passionate, yes. Argumentative, no. And just make sure that they feel as though they've everything that they wanted to say, they had the ability to say in that room. This year the entries are normally 90% not so good, probably about 5 or 6% pretty good, and probably about 2 or 3% absolutely brilliant. And I think the awards that you're going to see probably reflect that. So I don't think this year's any different. Mind you, I think the winners, the top winners, are absolutely world class and very deserving of their awards. And even for the bronze winners, you have to be really, really good to even get into the book an award, and I'd like to think that getting in the book is an award in itself, and you should be very proud and happy if you've got that far, because sometimes the difference between a bronze pencil and a silver pencil isn't that great. But we, as a jury, always look to see, okay, a great idea will get you in the book, a great idea that's done pretty well will probably get you a bronze, a great idea that's done brilliantly will probably get you a silver, and a great idea that's gone way above everyone's expectations and probably reset the bar for that particular category is likely to get a gold. And they're very, very rare instances. As in most years, the winning entries usually have a freshness and an effortlessness to their insight and also to their execution. They're not trying too hard, they're not being contrived, they're not using the usual advertising furniture like dwarves and old grannies and all sorts of things that people put in their ads to try and make them creative. These are just basically very, very simple, strong ideas that are fresh to the category, communicate a very, very simple proposition, and they're always executed exceedingly well, cast well, shot well, edited well. All these things are really important and come into play. And don't forget, the award jury are judging all the work that they see against what they see overseas. So we're trying to benchmark award as a world-class show, and that's very forefront in the jurors' minds when they're judging. They want to award work that they feel is as good, if not better, than they've seen overseas. So that's a very high bar to get over, and it's a great standard to work to. So the process that we went through was very methodical. We had great technological assistance and a great crew from Award who really sort of made sure that things ran smoothly. When we're looking at the work that we judge, as a creative community, we're really proud of it, and we really try and emulate, or even better, the work that's done overseas. The most important thing is that we're also encouraging clients to share that similar view. They should be wanting to produce work that is world class, of equal of anywhere in the world for whatever category they're in. And the more that we can do that, the more joy there will be and love for what we do. And I think that's really, really important. So it's never a single effort. It's not just someone going out and having a mad idea and being able to produce it. You really need all the energy, and collaboration from a great client all the way through to the specialists that you employ, from directors in this particular case, and all the crew and the rest of your agency, your planners, other creatives. It's really important that you really combine as a great cohesive unit to really empower your idea and make sure that you get the absolute best out of it and produce something that will be the envy of the world. So the trends that I've noticed, and this principally came from when I was at Cannes last year, President of Promo and Activation, is that it's not enough just to do a great idea and hopefully that will get you up onto the stage. You have to do something that really is landscape changing, especially in the online areas, how you do film to interact with your audience, what sort of response you elicit from them, and how you follow it through and what is the end result. All these sort of things are quite exciting, but it's really important that you go into this sort of area trying to change the landscape, trying to do something completely different. Don't just try and do a good idea, because there's too many of them around. There's some great ideas around. You really have to do something that will make not only your brand famous, your client famous, your agency famous, hopefully yourself famous, but you really have to do something that will generate that sort of fame around whatever you do. And that's what we're all looking for. We're looking for stuff that really redefines what everyone's expectations are for a particular category or type of brand that you might be working on. So I think changing the landscape, being totally different and taking a risk and being brave and making sure that you do challenge yourself and challenge your clients and challenge the whole industry to think different.